Hello, everybody, and welcome to the
There
Week
we
Ahead
are.
News Show. Sorry for being a little late today. Long day, episode 46. Good number. It's currently Thursday, March 5th, 2026. Hope everyone's having a great day. It's me, Liam. Hunter's able to join tonight via phone.
Via phone, hell yeah.
Let's go. Hope everyone's having a great week. We'll get right into it. Funny, not so funny topic. U.S. Women's Olympic hockey star Hilary Knight roasted the men's team. White House joke on SNL. Her and a bunch of other people on SNL. So that was cool to see. Let's see. She was in a segment with that referenced a recent White House visit involving a men's team. During the visit, a lighthearted comment we talked about, I think, on a news show. Former President Trump about the team intended as humor quickly circulated on the line. Really wasn't intended as humor. Knight's response struck a different tone. It was sharp, self-aware, and rooted in competitive pride, so that's cool. Let's see what she said. Her roast leaned on simple competitive truth. The U.S. women's hockey program have been consistently dominant on the world stage, with multiple Olympic medals and world championship titles, and that resume speaks loudly. That if anyone was going to joke about American hockey, the women's team had earned the microphone. So that's good. Funny one. We'll go right into F1. I'm kind of going faster this week. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Make sure you drop a like. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Heck yeah, fastest crap meal. Monaco by Bad Bunny. Banger song. He played it at the Super Bowl. That's a song that started off with the violins. Some good shit. Halfway through the song, it has like F1 cars driving in Monaco. Pretty sure it's Ayrton Senna's lap. Sounds lit. Make sure you ring that bell. Our Facebook's in the description. Make sure you follow us on there. There's F1, Week 1 Australia, Season Open, Australian Grand Prix. You can see it below us, Melbourne. Currently, actually, right now. Sorry, 1 second. Let me pull it up. They are actually racing. So I'm going to pull it up on my phone while we're talking, so I can actually watch it. I think it started at 8:30. So that'll be cool to see. I'm going to disconnect real quick from here. It's kicking off 24 with a first 24-round season from March 6th to 8th. This weekend, cool to see. Hunter's birthday Saturday, by the way. Be mad hyped for that. Kurt's birthday.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. I have some racing going
on me.
All I want for my birthday. I'm not talking about that one. Despite
later.
Despite some global tensions and logistical concerns, especially in the Middle East, with all these bombings and just everything going on there right now, race organizers insist the event will go ahead without issue. Some people are getting there delayed. F1, FIA, and F1 have decided. Normally they have curfew. They have to be out of the garage by 8 or 9, 10 at night. They got rid of that this week because people are coming in later. Teams of debuting cars are built for all new 2026 regulations, which is cool to see, which represent one of the most substantial overhauls in a couple years, since I believe 2021, 2022, and the ground effect chains era. Weather forecasts and infrastructure logistics, including major local transport distributions tied to the F1 weekend, are part of the narrative leading up to the race. Some major technical challenges are active aerodynamics on both the front wing and the rear wing, and reduced downforce, replacing legacy systems, with soon-to-be familiar DRS going away to new airflow strategies and energy recovery strategies. Cars are now roughly a 50-50 hybrid split between hybrid and ICE internal combustion engine. Cool to see. Shifting the balance of power management and pure throttle performance. A lot of people like Max says it's a lot like Formula E now, but they'll get used to it. They've had the same issue when the hybrid first came out. Early test data suggests energy strategies and launch controls have become more complex than ever before, which actually I like. It makes the race not as boring, especially launch control. If we could have sweet starts, that would be amazing. With engineers worrying about starts and power deployment. One really cool thing is that we haven't seen this in years, since the V10s, V8, V12 eras. They have to rev their engines to spool up their turbos before the race. Last year, I don't know if it's just how the hybrid worked, they were able to get that car off the line easier. basically didn't have the spool up turbos, and now it just sounds a lot better. I actually kind of like it a lot more old school. Right now, with basically 40 minutes left in practice, or 20 minutes left, looks like Leclerc's in first, then Heidorf is outlapped, and Hamilton, Verstappen's in fourth time-wise. New teams and grid dynamics. Like we said, Cadillac enters F1 as a works team, which is really cool to see, expanding the grid and bringing fresh competitive intrigue. 2 veterans drivers, Caddy finally going to be in, and GM's going to be making an engine for F1, I think, 2028, 2029. So that's really cool to see. I don't think we talked about that, Hunter, since you've been around, but yeah, Cadillac has an F1 team, so that's cool. GM's trying to spend that money.
Hell yeah. Bet them coils and spark plugs got to be replaced every race. I know that much.
Oh yeah, for sure. Engines are weird, bro. I guess now that like the engine is like more hybrid, they could use like free brakes. Sorry, one brake pair free races, which is kind of crazy.
Hybrid Cadillac. That is nice.
Yep, I'm sure they haven't made one in a minute. They just went full electric, so they need to be coming out with hybrids. But Chevy doesn't do that. They hate us. Audi's rebranded Sauber squad and other manufacturer programs, bringing new technical philosophies to the grid. So Audi has a team next year too, or this year. They're racing right now. Cool to see. On the times, actually, yeah, they're doing pretty bad. I won't lie. They aren't doing so. Cadillac's not doing as bad as Aston Martin, but Cadillac's doing very bad. Aston Martin's doing horrible this year. We'll talk about that. Aston Martin preseason struggles. Right into our next topic. With its high-profile technical leadership, including Adrian Newey, the most winning F1 designer of all time, who got appointed team principal, they stole dog water. Fernando Alonso, I believe 2-time F1 winner, had a rocky start in preparation for 2026, prompting internal confidence building despite performance questions. And it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Like right now, the only time they have up is Lance Stroll, who's actually 29 seconds below the rest of the grid. Apparently, their car vibrates so much. Lance Stroll broke his arm last year. He can't drive a car more than 14 laps, and Fernando Alonso can't drive.
Vibration.
Yep.
It's hard.
And Fernando Alonso can't drive more than like 20. I guess they're putting like gums into their mouthpieces, like pieces of gum to help absorb the shake. Like that. That's horrible. I don't know what the heck this Honda Power.
How's that allowed on the road?
That is true. I'm surprised that's legal because FIA like they have crash laws. So like if a crash tests, if it doesn't pass, bad, bye, you can't race. They should have something like this. This should be a safety issue. Mid-season rules tweaked about. We talked about a couple weeks ago about how Mercedes had a big competitive advantage because they ended up loading that compression ratio from 16-1. They can get to 18-1 and 19-1 using expanding metals, which they've had for years, and the FIA should have thought about that, but they dumb as shit. Even before the first lap of the season, the FIA considering changes to power unit rules. They're saying about, I think, in Belgium, about halfway through the season, in qualifying formats and after off-season disputes over engine innovations. It's how it always is. Everyone likes to get a little competitiveness in F1, and I do think that it should be a rule, but maybe not do it until the end of the year, because I think it's kind of dumb doing it halfway in. Just do it an hour later. It does give teams time to prep, but they've spent billions of dollars developing these engines already. And the FIA, they messed up on the rules. I don't know what to tell you. Think about doing a test. You need to think about an equation or conversion factor you could do to this. Basically, the problem is, Hunter, is that they can't test the engine while it's actually racing. Even though they should be allowed to monitor it while it's racing, but whatever. So
That's cheap.
They could only basically look at the engine while it's cold, at room temperature, and the engine, when it gets hot when it's racing is probably 1,000 degrees. So should expand.
Every engine is going to look pretty damn normal when it's not running.
Yep. And you don't know if they're using cheating ways of when it gets hot, maybe expands more. That's basically what they're doing. To get more space, to get more compression. Tale as old as time. Mercedes, they are the OGs at finding ways to cheat. I love them, but that's been what they're doing since the early 2000s.
Houston Astros out here.
Pretty much. I mean, more modern teams have been Red Bull and Ferrari, But in the past, it has been, as I said, 2000. In other sports too, Mercedes for sure. Sorry about that. One second. So,
Excuse myself.
why some teams expect surprises in Melbourne. Drivers and strategies like Kimi Antonelli, speaking for Mercedes, are bracing for unexpected performance gaps once the lights go out. Takes how the new regs affect tire wear, energy uses, and cornering behavior, and how the engines work. Because we're now 5 minutes more in. Leclerc's still fastest, with Verstappen about 0.18 behind. Hadjar 0.23 behind. Hadjar doing very well. Lewis Hamilton 4.47 behind. Hamilton needs to do a little better, but he might be able to get there. Fan engagement innovations. Disney and F1 fuel the magic in a move that highlights F1's push to mainstream entertainment global culture. Disney and F1 are collaborating on an original webtoon series timed with race weekends debuting this weekend. So I'll be cool to see him running throughout the season. I know this week is the first week that Apple is going to be running the broadcast for F1, and I'm watching it. It looks exactly the same, so that is nice to see. They may have updated like how timing looks and stuff. The video looks beautiful, so they are doing a good job. Broader backup, global and supporting content, World Endurance Championship postment. They basically proposed to a geopolitical conflict. There's great concerns about motorsports logistics broadly, even as F1 remains on schedule for now. So we'll have to see what the season represents. Like we talk about the changes. We'll go into IndyCar real quick. The last race was the 2026 Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. Alex Palou won in his remarkable form by winning the opener in dominant fashion, driving his number 10 DHL Chip Ganassi Racing Honda to decisive victory. Here's his 20th win, showing his consistency. His margin was over 12 seconds, which is a commanding gap that underscored his strength on street circuits and left rivals scrambling to find pace. Scott McLaughlin, Team Penske, ran all weekend, earning pole position and ultimately finishing second. A solid result that hinted Penske could be a threat this year. Christian Lundgaard finished third for Aaron McLaren, rounding out a competitive podium. First lap crash for Mick Schumacher was sad. It wasn't really his fault. Someone in front of him crashed into the wall, and then he hit that guy. Ended the former Formula One's driver's debut prematurely, a disappointing start that many expected to be a splashy transition into IndyCar. And it's funny, speaking about an IndyCar driver going into F2, Colton Herta, drives for Cadillac's F2 team, spun out in practice today too. So kind of funny how it is. The next race is the 2026 Good Ranchers 250 at the Phoenix Raceway, March 7th on Hunter's birthday. It's on a Saturday. Let's go. It's a 1 mile paved oval. Yep. Fast as crap. Left. About 250 laps. It's going to basically, make it 250 miles. Practice and qualify sessions are scheduled in the days leading to the race, giving teams limited time to dial in aero balance and engine performance on a high-speed circuit. We'll keep chugging along here. First, we're going to NHL. And we do have baseball coming up, but it's still not even in spring training yet. So
yeah, it's just spring training stuff, and Team USA and all these countries just playing very depleted teams right now.
Mm-hmm. Like Hunter said, the Mets beat Israel, so I mean that's crazy work. Good for the Mets.
Israel pretty good too.
All right, so for the Penguins, since last Thursday, we beat New Jersey Devils 4-1. Silvers was our MVP and goalie. Saturday, we lost in 3-2 in a shootout to the Rangers because we suck at shootouts. Skinner was our goalie. Shea was our MVP. Sunday, against the Vegas Golden Knights, we won 5-0. Silvers was our goalie. Silvers was our MVP. That makes us 31-16-13. Today, we are playing Buffalo, and we were losing 4-1 with 20 minutes left in the third. Third's probably starting up right now if you want to watch that. I will go over real quick the standings, and then Hunter will go into the Blue Jackets after I go over how the Blue Jackets have been playing. But right now, the standings in the Metro. Young Metro! Carolina's in first with 39, 16 and 6 with 84 points. And Pittsburgh in second. Let's go. 31, 16, 13, 75 points. We're tied with the Islanders, who are 35, 22, and 5 overtimes, 75 points. Blue Jackets are actually doing pretty decent right now, huh, Coach? Doing 70 points. 31, 21, and 8.
Better than usual.
They are fourth in
They're
the
hurting on the
Metro right
Panthers
now.
right now.
Then we have Washington after you guys. They're 1 point below, so that's a little scary. 69 points, 31 for 25 and 7. Philly 67 points, 28, 21 and 11. Devils are having a bad year, 64 points, 31, 29 and 2. Rangers having a bad year. We can't really lose to them in freaking overtime. Penguins, come on. Sidney Crosby is hurt right now. 54 points, they're 23, 29 and 8. Since last Thursday, the Blue Jackets, who, like Hunter said, they're playing right now, right?
Beating on the Panthers currently, 3-0.
All right, thank you for that. How much time? Do you know how much time's left? About 16 minutes left in the third, it looks like.
Just about hitting 16 right now.
Oh, so the app is a little different. They did update this F1 app. It is kind of, I bet you money it's nicer, though. Oh, yeah. It's a lot nicer. Holy cow. Holy cow. That's going to be epic. You basically could change, like, you can go to tracker and you have it. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Let's go, boys. This is on your phone? Dude, Apple is crazy. So on the F1 app, you could, like, watch it. You could pull up a tracker. You could pull up different camera feeds. You could pull up the driver's camera feeds. And, like, literally have it as, like, a separate display on your phone. Which, I haven't seen anyone do that before.
Action you're not getting in any other sport out there. The angles.
Them angles. You can with a car. Like, I could just watch this Cadillac in the pit. The mechanics working
Switch
on
right
it.
on over to somebody hauling ass down the track.
Yeah, no, it actually is crazy. I bet you it won't let me screenshot it. They never let you screenshot this crap for copyright issues.
Oh, no.
But that is
Break your
epic.
phone wide open.
So last Thursday, Blue Jackets lost to Boston 4-2. They lost to the Islanders on Saturday 4-3 in an overtime loss. Monday, they won 5-4 in overtime win. Tuesday, they beat Nashville 3-2. And I always forget about this for the Penguins, too. Who else we play? Saturday, Penguins play Philly at 5:30. Sunday, they play Boston at 4:30. Tuesday, they play Carolina at 7. Next Thursday, they play Vegas at 10. Between the next show. For the Blue Jackets, they play Utah on Saturday at 7. Utah sucks.
Mammoth.
LA on Monday at 4. Tuesday, Tampa Bay at 7. And then next Thursday, Florida at 7. Have you been able to watch any of these games at all, Kutz, recently or no?
I've been watching highlights on YouTube, just sort of game highlights. Haven't been able to actually catch one. But the NHL does a great job of, putting together some important highlights since majority of people can't really watch. But it's good to see that they're doing well. But you got to play your best hockey right now.
It does.
You don't
Especially because like how you're talking about like how all the apps are, how all the you need like a subscription. Like they get blacked out a lot now too.
Especially smaller market team, I would say. So not really a huge hurry to put us on the national scale.
True, Kutz, true. All right, now. Let's go into the last topic, NBA. How have our Cavaliers been doing? Cleveland Cavaliers. Since last...
Got James Harden back after hurting his finger.
We did.
It feels like last year and the year before that. Who exactly is this team we have?
True, and we had that...
I don't know.
I mean, it's still not the lineup we had for a couple years. And Harden's newer and, inconsistent in certain cities with certain places. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, really. Like, it was interesting. I was talking with, at work, we had this chili cook-off last week. And, like, the old-timers were hyped for James Harden, and all the young guys were pissed. And it's like, it's just because the young guys know, like, I don't know, maybe he's not good, but he scores well. He did well this season. He's not big like he used to be, so... Let me go in to see how we done since last Thursday. Friday, we played Detroit and lost 112 to 119 in overtime.
Without a doubt, a playoff team. They're the 4th seed right now. How about the Pistons at 45-15? But
I knew it. Some of their young talent's crazy. They're big boys.
Yeah, the year before and the year before that, you're a higher seed, you're 2, you're 3. When you get to the playoffs, those lights are really bright. Jason Tatum's coming back to the Celtics here soon. You have struggled with the Knicks in recent years, I would say. So you never know.
That Detroit game, what?
Sleep on the bed.
It said Allen had 25, Mobley had 12, Porter Jr. had 12, and we still lost, which is crazy. I don't know where our scores were. Harden or, Mitchell. Sunday against Brooklyn, we won 106-102. They're bad, and we still allowed them to get 102 on us. Harden 22, Mobley 13, Harden 8. Tuesday we played against Detroit and actually got to beat them 113-109, which is cool to see. Makes us 39-24. Tyson 22 points, Porter Jr. 8 rebounds, and Harden 7 assists. Sunday we play Boston at 1. That'll be a good match. Monday we play Philly at 7. Another good match. Next Wednesday we play Orlando at 7:30.
Orlando Magic.
So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, we're winding down here to the end of the season, trying to hold on to that 4th seed, maybe even get a 3rd. It's definitely going to be interesting playoffs, especially if Harden's healthy. Keeps his mind off of certain activities in certain cities.
Yep. And, I get it. If I had that kind of money, I'd be eating lemon pepper wings all day, but it's
Shout out to
hard.
the Atlanta Hawks for hosting Magic City Monday as a promotion, which is a totally real thing.
No way.
Where they did serve up Magic City wings. That could have been fake, but it looked very real when I was looking at it.
It looked very real when I was looking on it. I don't want to know who was working for Wing Place, but I would have stopped by to get some just in case. See how good they were.
Matter of fact, they doubled down and said, "We know there's backlash. We're still doing it."
We're still doing it. This is Atlanta. Crazy work, bro. I respect it. All right, so the Cavs in the Eastern are actually 4th. We have Detroit in 1st at 45-15, and Boston in 2nd, 41-21. Then the Knicks, like Hunter said, 40-23. We're behind them 1 game, 39-24. Then Toronto at 35-26. Philly, Orlando, Miami, Charlotte, Atlanta. Jesus, what is the East anymore? Some of these teams. Orlando in 7th. Crazy. Charlotte's good again. What the heck? Toronto's good again. What the heck? For the Eastern, we have OKC, San Antonio, Houston, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Lakers falling off a little bit, Phoenix outside of in the play-in at 7th, Golden State, Clippers, Blazers. Then we have Memphis outside the play-ins, Dallas, New Orleans, Utah, Sacramento. Trash. Anything else for the Cavs before we get going, Coach? That's really our last topic for the night. Or maybe he had to mute himself. He muted himself. My bad, guys. I forgot he was doing some laundry real quick.
Oh, it's a Cavalanche coming. Better stay warm. I feel real bad for whoever is coming to Cleveland for round 1. After that, we'll see.
Agreed. It'll be interesting. Also, one nice thing about, before we go, that Apple TV is doing F1. You don't have to pay monthly for F1 subscriptions anymore. It's a part of your Apple TV, so that's nice. F1, I think, was basically like $10 or $11, and Apple TV is $13 a month. So you're really only spending $2, and then you get the Apple TV shows too, and some of them are good. I started watching like Severance and stuff. They got some good ones. They have some space ones I like. So, excuse me. That's really it for me, Hunter. Anything else on your end?
Stay hydrated. Go Cavs.
Let's go. That's it. Let's go, LeBron James. That's it for us, everyone. Hope you have a great night and a great Friday. It's almost weekend for first F1 race. We're for second IndyCar race and the 4th NASCAR race to go fast and left. So it'll be a good weekend. Oh, I skipped NASCAR. I skipped NASCAR this week. I also think I may have just totally been forgetting about putting in NASCAR, and I won't be surprised about that. So last week we have a Circuit of the Americas. Tyler Reddick won his third consecutive, becoming the first NASCAR driver to win the first 3 races of the year. He won for Michael Jordan after Michael Jordan got a lawsuit settlement because basically he wasn't getting profit sharing from NASCAR even though he was a big team. So, sucks, but I think I actually hit my mic. But it was just interesting to see that. And I was happy to see them win. Before that, we have the Auto Trader 400, where Tyler Reddick won again, Echo Park Speedway. Then the first race, Daytona 500, Tyler Reddick won again. Like I said, his first. Next race is a Straight Talk Wireless 550. 500. That's at Phoenix Raceway, March 8th. I wonder. Oh yeah, this is the same one. So we get the back-to-back weekends for IndyCar and NASCAR this weekend. So it'll be cool to see. Not the same day, but we have IndyCar Saturday, NASCAR next day. So everyone's excited for that. Make sure you watch that. That's really it for me, guys. Hope everyone has a great night. Stay up on it. Make sure you drop in for our Monday Week Ahead News Show for me and Tommy at 8. We'll be having a Healthy Living show probably this week or next week. Been kind of busy with some stuff, and it's actually almost springtime, so getting the garden ready, so excited for that. Hope everyone has a great night. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed the content. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with our shows. It's really cool to see. I really appreciate everyone stopping by and saying hello. Have a great night, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Peace.